9261 Dutch Anderson in his first C2 regatta. We have 5 fleets in Sabot. C3 is the learn to race. Then you have C2, then you have C1, then you have B, and then by the time you get to A fleet, you are a really good sailor. One of the best ways to get good at high school sailing and college sailing is to be a fleet Sabot sailor and do 100 races in them at least 100 races in your life, at least, if not 200. Elliot Stanford here, 9650. We're at Mission Bay Yacht Club, Luffin number something for this year. Luffins are low pressure events. This looks really good, a little tight on the main. And our game plan for Chicken Cove here is to do what Elliot's doing. On the wind, this is how you win in Chicken Cove. See how these guys reach that way? And Elliot is just, he has a nose for the mark. The mark is there. He has a nose, it's called a nose for the mark. He's trying to go to the mark. If I was him, I would have dug in further, dude. I would have dug in further. We talked about the tactics in here. It's not that you just go left, but you are patient on a starboard tack, close haul. Cyrus could heel to leeward. Oh, it is a pretty big lefty though. Riley Reynolds, nice. She could trim harder and better too loose than too tight. Now you have to remember these kids are 20 races out of the learn to race fleet. These are 8, 9, maybe 10-year-olds. It takes you about 2 years to get to the A fleet, kind of minimum. Especially, and the way you move up is you win regattas. You have to win a 2-day regatta, or you have to win 2 one-day regattas. And there's a log jam at C1 fleet right now. C1 fleet gets 26 boats, and you only have 9 or 10 move-up opportunities a year. And we have 11 C1s just in our own program. So one of those kids is in C1 for well over a year. And there's some other things that can be moved up. His leech telltale there, this is advanced for C2. His leech telltale's not flying. Now it's good, now it is a little, but his main sheet's just too tight. And we want to heel to leeward a little bit. Here's Riley Reynolds under trim. Liam Hardesty in the blue boat. He could, his sail's a little too full. He could go another inch on the main sheet. Elliot Stanford, 9650. He could sit forward. Here's Armand. Leech telltale flying. See that up there? So he looks good. I think he went too low after the start. And here we go. A very big C3 fleet, and this is the learn to race fleet. So some of these kids, I don't think there were many, but some of these kids may be doing their first regatta. And the rules for this fleet is that, oh, there's a CLT line in the water right here. The rules for the C3 fleet is that we are allowed to coach the kids that are stuck in the back, kids that are not making progress behind the fleet. So they have to be in the bottom 5 or bottom 3. In this fleet, it's probably like the bottom 5. And we wait a while, but then we coach them up. And the coaches from all the yacht clubs are supposed to coach every kid in this fleet. We got Alex. Alex is in the blue striped sail there. This is his second regatta of his life. We have a lot of kids in this. 9461 is Tatum Wheeler, also in her second regatta of her life. Remy, 8392. We talked about not being port tack, you guys. In the end, Nettie, 8513 is one of ours. Tatum is over right now, but we can't help her. The C3 rules do not allow coaching unless they're in the back of the fleet. Remy, 938392. There's a good learning opportunity for Tatum here. She was called over early. Look at Alex. Look at him going on port tack. We've been practicing starboard tack the entire time because that was going to be the lifted tack a lot of times in Chicken Cove. And look at him going straight up the course on port tack. This is a massive fleet for a C3. And I'm gonna be honest with you, sailing a little tub like this that goes sideways a lot is character building, but it is not easy. These are very difficult boats to sail. C3 Fleet, race 1. We got Ketsia here. Telltales are flying perfectly. We watch those telltales on there. And if the wind shifts to the right here, this is going to be really, really good. The wind did shift to the right before this race, and this could be the death graveyard zone right over here if the wind comes more west. West, I'm going to guess west is that way, so I'm going to check that on my compass. If it comes more from that direction, which it's supposed to, you can die over here on this hard right underneath the junior clubhouse. Okay. So you can see these little tubs don't go very fast. And we'll probably see 2 more knots later, but it does not look like it's going to be much breeze today. Alex is possibly winning on the left. His leeward is not forward, so he's doing a great job sailing a club boat. Now the other graveyard is going to be up there at the windward mark. You're going to see kids have a really hard time getting around that mark with things. So it looks like Nettie's come back, 8513. This is a tough fleet. Some of these, you know, these rudders are not very big, you guys. These rudders are not very big. They're about a 13 inch by 6 inch piece of wood in the water. You can see it's not much rudder. And they do slide sideways, which messes with the kid's head. They think they should be pointing one direction, but they're going sideways. Yes, Remy did a good job there. The boat coming downwind was starboard. Elliot winning the C2. Declan doing well over there. 9162's come back a little. Okay. Oh, I'm getting in the way of my kids. Riley again is a little too loose on the main sheet. Liam is just on the tight side. Liam is probably second right now. Here's Dutch. 9261. First regatta in C2s. He just won the Junior Invitational with a bunch of boats, 27 boats or something. His main's too far out, but he's cruising, dude. C3's race 1. You've got this person's winning by a mile. I got to find out who that is. Second is a Southwestern somebody. There's Alex is our top guy right now, sailing a club boat. A lot of the C3s did a really wide course. They have to go around the start-finish line. Oh, I wish they would have done one lap for... Darn it. They should have done one lap for the Learn to Race fleet. But anyway. Oh, here's Nettie doing good. 8513. Wow, 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 wow. 9162, green sail numbers. She just ducked Elliot. She's gone from... She was only beating 3 boats at the windward mark, and she's now in first. Here is Cyrus in the white boat, Armand in the blue boat. Elliot 9650 is going to round first, Declan second, and here comes Liam coming around. He's going to come around in fourth now. She is second in C3 race 1. That girl, I think she's a Mission Bay girl, in the blackish boat there. She's winning the C3 race. Here's another Southwestern boat. 983 is in third. Nettie way over there in the death zone over there. She's right on the edge of the death zone there. Oh, okay. She is playing wind shifts there and doesn't know it. Port tack looks lifted, the blue boat 8513. Aiden, the gray boat here, 9342's moved up into the top 10. Ketsia, 8140, moved up. Oh, Remy has moved up here. 8392, he's moved up in the fleet. Looks like the wind is building a little, thank goodness. And Tatum, 9461, doing pretty well. They're getting into that death zone, but Nettie does not look slow over there, so it looks like they did okay. Leaders of race 1 for the C2. So you have 2 C3 fleeters right in front of Declan. So Declan rounds first. Good handwork. Yeah, you see how kids can just do this stuff kind of naturally? Yep, she could use more Cunningham. That just means her main sheet's a little tight too, but it's good that her main sheet's tight. She's holding Elliot up. Look at that, she just stayed right on the wind perfectly. Her sail's a little flatter than Elliot's. Elliot has, oh, he's got his almond up today. Cool. Okay. Little bit of an early roll. Nice tack by Declan. And they're going to the finish line. End of race 1 for the C2s. And Elliot came back to win. Declan got a second. Always remember, a second is just like a first. Good job, and it looks like Cyrus is going to get third. Nice. Place in C3 is down there, 37145. Second is behind her. Third is Nettie, right here. Great job. It's a remarkable sport. You have kids that weigh, 50, 55 pounds. And so the boat floats very high. So their rudder isn't as deep, their lee board's not as deep. The boat spins into irons very easily when you're light. And they're already learning about how to do their boom bangs, outhauls, Cunninghams. 4th, 5th, 6th, looks like Tatum is around 7th, right with Aiden in 9342. So if they have a good leeward mark rounding, they could get up into the top 5. Oh, race 1 is first. Second must have already finished, and here comes Nettie. And then we've got Nettie is third, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. So Tatum and Aiden did not gain after the leeward mark.
Have another good start. Keep looking at your telltale. Keep your boat speed up so you're not sliding.
Anyway, end of race 1.
If you go to one side,
Coming up on race 2, and I thought the wind was going to be coming from over here. The wind is actually coming from over here, and tomorrow it's going to be the same. So this side should have more wind. Again, we talked about this. Chicken Cove is about going on starboard, tack, close hauled. You've got to master starboard tack, close hauled, and you got to practice it a bunch. And that's what is going to dominate this fleet. Let everybody else mess up. Here comes the C2 race 2. C2 race 2. We got Cyrus in 8230. Got Armand, brother, 9889. We've got Dutch here. We've got Liam here. Liam is 10's blue boat, 10032. These boats are holding position well at that end. We're going to see if Riley Reynolds trims a little tighter on this race, which he is. That is 9334, and she is trimming a little tighter than she was. So that's our goal. We work with each one of them. We'll see if Elliot comes back in this race. Elliot has had several good C2 regattas. He's been extremely fast. This sail looks great right there. Oh, Declan doing a penalty turn. Okay, coming up on C3 race 1. We've got Cyrus in 2nd, Riley in 3rd, Elliot in 4th, Liam in 5th. There's Declan in 6. Declan, there's Cyrus in 7. So they're all doing quite well. Declan had a big comeback last race. He went from 6th to winning the race. Uh-oh. Remy, what happened? He should be okay, actually. Okay, none of our kids are doing great here. I don't see any of our kids really doing well in the C3s. Ketsia here. Okay, well, there's C3 race 2. Race 2 over there. Here's C3s. We have our work cut out for us, that's for sure. I think the starts are at here's Nettie coming in here, and it's 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. She looks good. Her boom bang needs to be eased downwind, so her boom bang doesn't work as good as the real stellar bang systems because it gets tighter as the boom goes out, and that's actually pretty good from a standpoint as it teaches kids to adjust their bang. Real Sabot race boat, and the bang gets looser as you ease it out, like because of the way it's rigged. There's Aiden in about 9th again. That's about where he's been. Remy had a rough one. That's okay. I'm gonna work with him. Race 2. Elliot's moved up into 2nd. Nope. Don't worry about out haul. Just get the boom way out. Get your boom super loose. Ease the boom bang all the way and let the main sheet all the way out. Your knot should stop it right at the good spot. Whoa, look at that righty. Head. Liam Hardesty coming in here in 2nd now. 1-0-3-3-2 despite a little righty. Oh boy. Oh boy, first righty of the day. Look at that. Whoa. First place 8899. Liam in 2nd. Blue Boat. Elliot in 3rd. Armand in 4th. Great improvement. Cyrus in 5th. Here come the C3s. Again, this guy's going to win this regatta. This guy's just got a sweet boat, good sailor, and a good sail. This kid is good. There. Looks like Nettie is doing pretty well. Race 2, C3. This is very advanced for C2, C3s, but it's good to sail windward of the starting line. After you do what I'm about to do here, I'm going to line. Right now I'm below the line by a little bit. Here's Riley Reynolds of the famous Reynolds family. And then I'm looking at an RV out there, RV. So sailing up and down the line and dropping down and then going up and going to windward of the line. You'll see the RVs to windward of the pin. Yeah, and then go like this and drop down. So it's good to do this over and over again. 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes before the start. There, now I'm below the line, right there. Trash can is just there. That's below the line. So it's good to just practice that because it gives you a feel for the starting line using a line sight. 5 minutes before the start, 4 minutes, 3 minutes. And then you can also tell if the starting line has changed. Sometimes they will ease the committee boat out a little or something. This looks really nice. This might be the windiest part of the day. So this is going to be pretty enjoyable. You're going to see the boats enjoyable for the kids, but you're going to see the boats come off the line. Declan on port tack there right at the end. Here's Armand on port tack, Elliot on port tack. That's okay in small fleets. Declan, good job. Oh, if she could have just stopped a little more. Nine, 4, 3, 3 is over. Eight, 8, 9, 9, 9, 4, 3, 3 were both over. Wow, look at Elliot. Great start. No! We have an 8899 and a 9889, and he thought he was over. He still is not trusting his brother. Yeah, now he's figured it out. That's okay. That's what regattas are for. We learn this stuff. Riley Reynolds, Started up where I told her. She is sitting too far back though. I really wish we could get her to sit forward. Look at her go. I think I have special sauce on the screen because it looks blurry to me. We have got Armand going fast, dude. He was struggling after the first race and we got him going fast, and now he's an easy second. Elliot winning by a mile. Here's the C3 start. Alex on port tack right at the boat. 8306 is over. Drop down. Aiden 8342 is going to be over. Darn, dude. 9342. Darn. A general recall, a general recall in C3. That is, I've only seen that happen like once before. A lot of boats in the C3. Alex is, we got more wind now too, so this is starting to get scary. Here's Remy gonna nail it, blue boat. A392 killing it. There's Nettie killing it. We got and Ketsy at 8140. Another good start. I'm not sure what happened to her the last race. She had a great start, and then she must have got off the wind or something, because all of a sudden the boats to her left were just ahead of her. But I think she's right in there this time. Oh yeah. Riley Reynolds likes breeze, 9334. Elliot Stanford and Armand are so far ahead. Wow, Liam Hardesty's having a day. He came back from about 7th, now he's in 3rd. Here's Elliot, C2, race 3, rounding the leeward mark pretty perfectly. It's okay to luff a little down there to make sure you're on the wind. And then here's C2, 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 C3. So here's where the C3s start. And Remy's in 3rd. And Aiden is in 4th. Yeah, Coach Damie praising Lorelei. We're going to watch the lasers here so the C2, C3 kids can see that this could be in their future. An easier boat to sail in lighter wind. Definitely easier to accelerate. I don't know our sail numbers. It looks like Celeste is right here. No, that's Vesper 208059. And Celeste is right next to her, 174985. So these are kids that kind of still in Sabots. Laser Fleet, pretty good group. Long tack, we're working on the long tack early in races, so we're trying to figure out which tack is the long tack, if we can determine which one's the long tack, and taking that first. And then our next is to justify that with wind. So we got to look at the water. Right here is glassy water, so they're not in danger of that. The windiest spot looks up underneath that cruising boat. Celeste pinching off the boat behind her because she looks like she's itchy to tack. Good job. Let other people tack away before you tack. That's Vesper, right? Oh, no, that's Maggie. I thought that was Vesper. Yeah. Awesome. With the Sabot A's, we're also trying to do the same thing, trying to identify what tack is going to be the lifted tack. This is the A fleet. So C2, C3s, take note. You see how they're stopping here? They're just holding position right here. Takes a lot of control. Yep. See how they're not reaching down the line and closing up, raging down the line? They're staying up. That's Theo, 10392. Madeline, 10398. Clara Stewart, 101.53. Hudson, 103.97. Here's Oliver, 8,600. Jack, 101.16. Jack is a new A fleeter. Oh wait, no, A and B fleet must be together. Jack's not a new A fleeter. Very close. L, 9559. We got most of this fleet. Ronan, 103.88. Yeah, we've got almost this. We have all but one boat in the A fleet, A and B fleet. Theo's good to watch. He got second at 7 Nationals, 12-year-old. See how he does that? Ease a little, trim a little. See how he can steer and he doesn't have to watch where he's going? There we go. L, trucking, sailing Jackson's boat. They're all almost the exact same speed. Yeah, it's such a good sport for kids. A lot of patience developed, a lot of time to think. Little tiny technique changes. You can see they're all look quite similar. And let's see, lasers here. You do have Celeste first. Oh, here's Lorelei second. Vesper third. Maggie over there in about 5th or 6th. Lorelei is just flying right here. Look at her go. Yeah, she's still definitely a Sabot sailor. She's still pretty light. But we got them doing some laser sailing now. A little laser radial, a little laser 4. If it's a big regatta, they'll do the laser 4. You know, especially if it's in Long Beach where the breeze is good. C1 fleet coming. We got Poppy 10022. See how slow they go, you guys? Slow, 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 slow. Poppy's being too conservative. She could get closer, although she doesn't need to get closer. It's windy. She doesn't need to get closer. It's windy, so she'll be able to accelerate. No problem. She should be slowing. She should have. Okay, that's all right. I'm okay with that. Caroline 10094, purple boat. Poppy's telltales are wiggling a lot, so she's just below the wind. Yeah, she was asking me, and I can't really tell her, so. But she should know. No X flag went up, so nobody was over. I need to write that one down to make sure she knows that. If no X flag goes up, nobody's over. Lorelei is rounding first. Lorelei, look at that. Oh, second. I am so confused. Where are they going? I just had a bad angle. Vesper rounds first. Celeste second. God, I can't remember their name. Oh, and then Lorelei fourth. Excellent. Lorelei is sailing with a gimpy left foot. Last video for the outside course. Ronan just, I don't know how he got that far ahead in that short amount of time. In 5 minutes, he got a minute lead. And then we've got, that looks like Vesper winning over there. This is Celeste right here. And I wouldn't doubt we see a little lefty. Cool, beautiful day. Oh wow, Theo, taco man. Needs a little vanger. Okay, that was fun. Between races, this is pretty advanced for C2, C3s. Between races, you come over here and you line the pin up. with something on the shore. It is not lined up with the RV. Earlier it was lined up with the RV, but you can, you know, they moved the committee boat back or the pin up a little. I am over the line right now, as a matter of fact.
He said no, and then he said yes, yes, yes.
If I line up with the tallest palm tree right over the top of the pin there, tallest palm tree puts me behind the line just a little bit, and it might look like I'm right on the line here, but I'm actually below the line. So you would come over here between races, and tallest palm tree lined up with the pin. So I'm way behind the line right now.
We're going to do a course 3 again.
I'm going to tell you when I get to the line. I'm looking at the tallest palm tree. I'm getting closer, closer, closer. I'm just below the line right there, lined up with the tallest palm tree. And then if I put that palm tree, if I go up here and line up the pin with this silver car, I am over by quite a bit. Silver car. And you see the tallest palm tree is now upwind of the pin. So I'm going to go back again. Let's say you're over early. You get called over early. You drop down to right here, and you are now clear. See how the tall palm tree's there? I'm below the line, then I can go again. And then I'm going to show you way below the starting line. Sometimes you'll just drift way down, and at 10 seconds, if you are way, see how where I am? Oh my God. If we're way down here, we might think we're on the line. A lot of kids think they're close to the line when they are here. Yeah. So anyway, that's a drill you do. I know that's pretty advanced for C2, C3s. So what you do now is you come across, you're still practicing while everybody else is hanging out. You come over here, you look back for your big palm tree, way back there. I'm well below the line. Then you come up, oh, guess what? Yeah, they just moved the pin up, so I'm gonna have to redo this. So we saw them moving the pin up. I am behind the line. I'm gonna pick a spot over there. So this is what you'd be doing. You'd be going very slowly, luffing your sails. My bow is on the line about right there, maybe just below. You see the paddle wheeler? That's a paddle wheeler boat. Okay. Okay, if I line up with the grass, I am really, really close. I'm over right there. See how I'm getting into the grass? The grassy hill? Again, this is what you would be doing, going very slowly. I'm going to tell you when I'm on the line. We're looking right over the top of the pin. You are on the line right there, and you're safely below it right there. Okay, now I'm going to, there's at least 8 or 10 C3s who are going to be lining the pin up with way below the line. They are going to be way below the line. That's why we use line sights. Because this, if you start here, you are 10 seconds late, at least. Okay, I'm gonna go forward and I'm gonna stop. Coming up on race, I don't even know, 5 for C2. Okay, I'm gonna go right here, line up with the paddle wheeler and stop. Not into the grass. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bang. That would have been really close to the line, maybe too close. It's actually gotten a little lighter. The biggest thing we've learned is once the wind picks up, you got to be getting on the rail. We have a bunch of kids on port tack. This will not work in A fleet, trust me guys. But it's working in this fleet. Oh my God, Dutch, what?
No way she's gonna do it.
Okay, that was a C2 start right there. Riley Reynolds, under trimmed again. Sitting too far back. Just port tack the fleet. Declan, nice start. There's Armand doing a, oh, Armand got called. Yep, it's okay. It's okay to get called once in a while, you guys. We do have to remember to be in practice mode. We do have to remember this is about learning. And we are not going to be perfect. There are times that we're going to cross this imaginary line. Okay. Okay, Declan's right there. Riley Reynolds, port tack the fleet. Declan just did a great tack next to that guy. Did a little better tack than Ben, maybe. Okay, they got one or two more races. I think they're doing this one plus one more for the C2s. And the C2 fleet's been pretty competitive. I do think Elliott 9650 is winning the regatta. Oh, Declan, what a puff. Okay, pretty fun stuff. C3 fleet, very big long starting line. Declan Felgenhauer, very good. Big lead on C2, race 5. Not sure how much time we got. Remember C2, C3s, this is the death zone down here in the last minute. You guys need to be pushing up that way. Getting down, the real playground is that way. That's where you can play a little. Down here, you are not making the starting line. Now, they must have more time than I think, but just remember that. Okay, it's okay to be on port tack with 1 minute going the other way. That's okay, but these guys coming this way, they should not be going much longer. There's Remy again, sitting over there on port tack. See how they do here. We do have to be careful. Fouling, having a foul with a penalty turn is not a good thing. I like Remy's patience, 8392. I like it. We're supposed to be going slow right now. Then he should trim in. There he goes. 8392 is going to attack. Tatum right there, 9461 is... I think Tatum's going to come out of there very good. Nettie. Thank you. We got Nettie, 8513, weaseling herself through there. Oh, look at that red boat. Blocker. 8306 is over early. Ketsia, 8140 just won that start. Tatum, 9461, right in there. It's a character building sport, man. You are inches away from everybody else steering with a little 13-inch piece of wood in the water. Wow. That's the learn to race fleet right there. That's pretty good. Coaches are doing a pretty good job. Aiden right here. All these boats on starboard are right away. These bangs look pretty good, no tighter. This one's looking loose in the puffs. Let's see if he gets another puff like he had before. It doesn't look too bad. Oh, yep. See how it's just, oh, negative. Yep, need that taco. Can't taco, you need some bang. See, that's why he's so unstable. Unstable is okay, not that unstable. But that's a little too much taco shape. In the light spots, it looks okay. The weight of the boom. But in the puffs, yeah, he's too unstable. He should just snug his bang a little. He has gain. These guys are slow. Their bangs are too tight and they're sitting a little too far back. See how he's rocking that much? That's indicative of the bang is a little too loose. Wow, Declan's got that big a lead, but she's got 2 more laps to go. Declan holding on to first. They got another lap and a half to go. Here's Nettie in 2, 4, 6, 7, 8513. We do need to put a note for her that her boom vang needs to work better. It's actually good the way it is now, so that she's forced to ease it. Here's Ketsia, who we just saw have a first place start and is getting a third. So she's just getting better and better as the day goes on. Can't put my finger on why she's just a little bit slower upwind in some of the races. Can't, because she looks like she's doing everything right. Sometimes you just can't. It could be a variety of things, little tiny things. That's why it's such a hard sport. The margin of error for 9 to 12-year-olds is tiny. Any one of these kids sails 30 seconds a race faster, they'll place 7 or 8, 10 boats better. Just 30 seconds faster over a 30-minute race. Ketsia third. They have one more race after this. Nettie looks great. There's a big gap here. Here's Aiden. Here's Tatum. Second regatta of her life. She's not a very big girl. That's classic. Here's Remy. Yep. Had a second last race. Here's Alex. Sailing a club boat. Talking away. Ketsia here in second place. C3 fleet, I think race 5. Little over trim, but just so calm and relaxed. Here comes Nettie. Keep on going, girl. There you go. Yeah, I think port tack's okay. It looks like light wind right here, so she might have just lucked out. There's a bunch of wind straight ahead of her. 9487's just getting a puff right now. Nettie's gonna get more of a puff. I mean, this is on the rail stuff for her. Look at that. That's sailing so good. It is such a good sport. Look at how they have to steer. This is an 8-year-old steering a little boat. Tack. Yep, look at that. Can you imagine being responsible for the rules? Having to stay clear. That was a really good tack. Look at her, sheeting in as it's windier. Second place right there. Here comes Nettie in third. Ketsia got a little bit too tight on her main, pinching. Got a little too squeezy up on the pointing. That's okay, good race. Nice fit.
Just started to finish. Bobby. We're gonna start our last race, 2-lapper here, and then whenever they finish, they're gonna head in. We'll try to stagger, but we'll just do the best job we can.
Last race, 1-lapper. C2 last race. I'm okay with the younger fleets being on port tack late in the sequence, as long as we're not fouling. But just so you know, as you get to the B and the A fleet, that ain't gonna work very well. You're not gonna find a place anywhere. Here we go. Riley Reynolds. 9334 has had a good start right in that area every time. Cold medications are wearing out. I think that was Cyrus at the upper end there. And this is Armand right here. Maybe putting a little bit too much. Really, 8899 deserves to move up out of C2. He should be moving up after today. He's been in C2 for a long time. Just a calm Mission Bay bend. C3's coming up for their last race. Ron just footed to the left corner. He just had his boom a little too far out, and he just kept the bow down, and it just may have worked. If the wind shifts his way, it looks windy over there. I see sand blowing up off the beach. It doesn't look like it's a huge lift coming out of that corner, but it looks, yeah, so I think he just was a little bit low. but he definitely has a lot of wind over there. Now he's got his sail trimmed in tighter and is nicer. Riley Reynolds, he's got a ton of wind. Just might have Riley round first. Okay, looks like Elliot's gonna be winning, getting a one-day move-up point, I think, or Ben. Aiden over. Ketsia over.
Darkman is the little red thing. Ajax. What was that?
She is really good at calling the line. Here's Nettie.
Van? No. Richard.
C3
I'm
fleet.
gonna say no to that.
Not too bad, actually.
Oh wait, is that for the
Almost 5 o'clock. Just leaving Mission Bay Channel in a powerboat. Hopefully it's not too rough out there like this morning.